from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for August 31st, 2020. SPY basically unchanged here. Qs up 1.2%. So we had the splits today. So Tesla and Apple both looking higher still and helping to lead the Qs. Okay, so you see the Tesla no longer the 4-digit symbol that it was. We had the split today and still looking bullish here in the Tesla, helping to lead the Qs. The SPY basically flat, lagging a little bit, but going into tomorrow, they're still both bullish. Okay, Qs and SPY both going to be bullish going into tomorrow. You did the open with me today if you're in the room. Didn't have much expectation here. I wanted to see kind of how things played out. And the SPY really didn't go anywhere. Qs, though, had a pretty nice uptrend today. So I was going to wait and see on the market. Ended up the market was bullish. And that's also the direction that we played today. So we played the dish in the morning. You can see it really gave back the gap here later in the afternoon. But what we played in the morning here was this base right here. Okay, this base here. And this is what we're going to use to talk about resistance a little bit today. So you can see 20 MA on the 2-minute caught up, started to curl up underneath. Played that breakout. Target was 37. Okay, target was 37. I did hold some to see if we could get more to that or continue that move, but it ended up coming all the way back down. So that last third there did not follow through. So not a big winner there on the dish. Got a couple R's on the first 2/3 and the last third stopped out. And so you can see here this resistance. And I was a little bit concerned about this play from the very start. I mentioned in the room too that I'm pretty intimidated by this resistance here. You can see here this 37, which also we have these two, this double top here as well. And so we got some pretty significant resistance. And when we've been up here, sellers have really controlled up in this area. Okay. And so, I took most of the play when we got up there. 36.94 ended up being the high, so that was close enough for me. And I knew that resistance was going to be a problem, and it sure was. And what I mentioned in comparison to this dish, and if we look at the FBIO on Friday, notice how this has been uptrending, right? And that's different than dish, which has been sideways. Because if something's in an uptrend, you're expecting higher highs and higher lows. So it shouldn't be too out of the ordinary for us to exceed on the FBIO the previous resistance, right? Shouldn't be really asking all that much because we are in an uptrend, continuing the uptrend, right? So even though this was our final target, 375, just ahead of that 381, you can see that was able to get through there, okay? And actually made new highs even today. Right, so even though this is resistance and this is resistance, right, not all resistance is created equally, okay? So that's something that I was really worried about the dish, and I'm so glad we took it. Did get to the target, which was more than enough on the front piece there. But when you run into something like this, that's really been in this sideways trend for a bit, okay? You're looking at a bit of a different setup, okay, and different quality of resistance, right? A much more stronger and more likely to get a reaction because really, the sellers that have stepped up have gotten rewarded when they've shorted up in that area. The FBIO, when it's in an uptrend, right, it's going to be a different story. Okay. All right. So hopefully you did well today. I don't think there was a lot to do. There were only a few different things that were mentioned from me. The RXT, which worked, and the RGS in the afternoon, which didn't trigger. Besides that, there really wasn't a whole lot to go after today. So hopefully, if you're not seeing a lot setting up, you're not pushing it or being overly aggressive. with the plays here. I think if it's going to be that way for the next couple of weeks. We also have a shortened week next week, so all the more reason to not be too aggressive or overly active and over trade, because I think once we get later into September and into October, I think we'll have some more things to look at. And so during this time, it's more just staying engaged and trying to take high quality setups. Okay, that's going to be the plan for me this week and going into the next couple weeks as well. Okay, hope you did well today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.